What's up, guys? Tricks Ridiculous back with another video, and I got a pretty quick one for you today, but we got some hints from a developer of Crystal Dynamics as to the raid. It's nothing too fancy, but I just wanted to share it with you if you haven't seen it. So this does come from Brian Wagner, aka Azrose, at Hey It's Bwags on Twitter. Great guy. If you don't already follow him, go ahead and give him a follow. But we were chatting a bit. He's been actually playing the raid, but I should say play testing the raid, as he is a developer, quite a bit as of recently. And just a few things, he's been able to kind of, drop some hints about it. So not too much here, but basically he's been saying that he's been running an intrinsic burst vibranium rocket build for Iron Man, a full support Kamala build, and a ranged Thor. Those are the builds that he's been using to be able to complete the raid. And then he says here the only tip that he'll really give people for the raid is that you're really going to want Vibranium and Sonic status builds. So this is really, really interesting to me. I'm not sure exactly, why they would be so specifically what you would want, but hey, who am I to argue? I love Sonic. Vibranium I am a fan of. So those are already builds that I have a ton of across most of my characters. Definitely I'll link my build playlist down in the description of the video. If you haven't seen them, I've got plenty of Sonic and Vibranium builds across my characters, so definitely go check that out. But really something to think about, Sonic and Vibranium. So even if you don't follow my builds, definitely check that out. And there is a really good farming method that I have a video on. I'll link that in the description as well, so you can go ahead and farm yourself some Sonic and Vibranium gear for your characters. All right, and then the only other major thing that he says here is that he would suggest going back and just refreshing yourself with the War for Wakanda enemies. So that is kind of a given, right? We kind of knew it would be Claw faction enemies, but obviously if you don't play against them too much, you might forget kind of what they do. So there's a couple of them. One of the bigger ones that people might remember from the campaign were the Sonic status effect guys, the guys that put that kind of almost like a smoke cloud on your screen, made you not be able to really see anything until you destroyed that little ball that followed you around. So that's definitely one to look out for. There's also the guys with the axes that, I think once they're hit enough times, they'll actually like kind of overcharge and glow, and then they can't really be staggered or stunned in any way. And then don't forget those spiders. Remember those spiders, guys? And they also be able to shoot you with those hooks and kind of drag you in. So those guys are tough especially because they don't really have any weak points or anything like that. So those are definitely some tricky enemies, but definitely go into some of Black Panther's missions. Try to screw around with some of those guys just to get familiar with the different types of enemies we'll be encountering. And then really just the last thing here, which this is again kind of a given but nice to see, is that there will be a good mix of pure boss fights, boss with puzzle elements, and pure puzzle element encounters. So that's going to be really interesting. So when you think of pure boss fight, obviously that'll be something like a Abomination, Taskmaster, Maestro, right? Something where it's just a boss in a room and you kill him, right? And then there'll be on the complete other side of the spectrum, there'll be rooms or encounters that are just puzzles, right? That you just have to figure out what the puzzle is in this room to get through it and make it to the next encounter in the raid. And then there's going to be a mix of both. There's going to be bosses that actually require some type of puzzle solving element, probably, got to figure out some puzzle, the boss will be immune, and then you got to figure out some puzzle to be able to damage the boss for a particular amount of time, and then kind of you get a damage phase, and then you go back to doing the puzzle again, or maybe a variation of it. So that'll be really interesting. Again, it's not a major, info drop, but that's definitely really, really cool to see. So I'm really excited, and I was really interested that, Sonic and Vibranium gear is really what you want to be going for. And it's great to hear because it's already what I'm going for. I am a big, strong believer in Sonic gear already. So definitely go check out the videos on that. But let me know what you think. Really hoping, we're hearing a lot about the raid on Twitter. Some devs are saying different things about it, so I'm really hoping that this raid is coming out soon, and it sounds like it's going to be really sweet when it does come out. But that's really all I got. Like I said, just a quick one for you guys in this one. If you like the video, be sure to like and subscribe. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think, and I will see you guys in the next one.